Here we go, line 11. Vix illi discesserat. Scarcely had left, and then another one again started talking. Quid ordes? What is this you're daring to do? Quo ruus? To where are you rushing? And orbicis periculis quibus. What about these dangers that you are casting, your undertaking, or something like that? Quid, take it as what or why. With this present confidence, uncertain of the future, so it's a male in the nominative, uncertain of the future, why have you got such confidence, or what is the reason behind such confidence? Lachesis, you're provoking a man who yam, now already, is a prefect of the treasury. The arium is the treasury, and in a brief period of time, soon he will be a consul. And besides, qua gratia, you're relying, fultum, on this gratia. It's like influence with these friends. So looks like this guy's got power. He's a prefect. He'll be a consul, and actually, it looks like he's the one who has a lot of influence and friends. Nominat. He's naming quendam, a certain person, who then, qui tunc, was to the east. A very ample army, not without great rumours, but dubious or doubtful, so he's obtained. So you're naming someone who is obtained or in charge of a very big army to the east, and of who there are big rumours. 12. Ad haec ego. To these things I, don't know why that's it, omnia, that's the means everything in the neuter. Praecepi, pray means in advance. So I've taken this in advance, or I've thought about this in advance, I've thought of everything in advance. And mecum, with myself, I've continued or acted out ante, which means previously, these in my mind, and neither do I refuse this, if thus, see ita, castus tolerate. So if chance cases or fate or something brings it, he won't refuse this. To lure the punishment, so this is how you wash away the punishment, you pay the punishment, because of a very honest fact or deed, while I'm getting revenge on a most disgraceful. So we've got two superlatives. So he's thought of everything before in his mind and in advance, and if it happens by the chance or fate that he's willing to face the punishment or the results for doing this because of an honest thing, and again flagiosissimus or whatever is the superlative. 13. Yam concendi tempus. Now is the time of making a vote or giving opinions or something like that. Domitius Apollinaris, the consul designatus, so he's been elected to be consul, he dictated, he spoke. Fabricus Ventio did. Fabius Postuminus, Bitius Proculus, the colleague of Publicus Certius, and concerning the things which are being agibated, being conducted or discussed on their agenda, and moreover of the wife of mine, which I had lost, the Vitricus, the stepfather. So the stepfather of my uxor. And post hos, after all of them, Emmius Flaccus spoke. Omnes, so everybody, certus and the accusative, who's not yet by me had been nominated, so I hadn't mentioned his name, they defended him. So omnes is defending, everyone's defending him as nominated him, even though not yet he hadn't been. And the crimen, the accusation, as if left in the middle of the defence, suscipient, they took it up. So everyone started arguing and defending for this guy, even though Pliny hasn't yet actually charged him with anything. 14. Which things, besides praeterea, that they said, it's not necessary to narrate to you here. You have it in books, the things quae, which were said. For I, cuncta, everything, in words of the prosecution or the speakers or the lawyers or whatever themselves. So he's written down the speeches of all these people himself in words, so he's not going to narrate it all here at this place. Dicut contra. So these people spoke contrarily or against it. And he's named two people, Avitus Quietus and Cornetius Tertullus. They spoke on the other side contrarily. Quietus, looks like in reported speech, he said it's a very unfair thing to exclude the querellas, the complaints of the grieved party, the dolentium, and for this reason they should not be taken away, or forendum, this jus querendi, this right of complaining of Arianus and Farinus. And non interesse doesn't make a difference of what their orderness is, of what their order, what their social ranking or order is, but the cause which they had, or the case which they were bringing. Cornatus, this other fella, it was datum, it was given, say tutorum, himself was to be a tutor by the consuls, to the daughter of Helvidius. Looks like he was given as a tutor to the daughter of, with the mother and the Vitrico. So the stepfather and the mother seeking this, and they got it from the consuls did grant him to be the tutor. But now also, non sustinere desere. So he didn't want to desert this part of his duty, in which, nevertheless, he wanted to imponere, he wanted to place a modem, a limit of his own grief or pains, and to prefer the very modest sentimental feelings of optarum feminarum, of these great women. I'll just scroll a bit. Okay, models of the daily dictionary from the first sentence. We had to obicio, to periculum, to expose the danger. Usually means to cast, etc. Okay, so that satisfies that. Okay, now these women, contentes, they were content to admonerate, to advise the Senate of, we've got a quadruple genitive, of the bloody adulations or flatteries or servility, as they say, of Publicus Sertius, and to seek, if the punishment were remitted, were not given for this most manifest disgrace, this very obvious sort of disgraceful action, that should be inurited, should be burnt in, certainly, with the nota, which is the mark, as if it was the censorial mark. I guess you can brand people in these law courts. 17. Then Satrius Rufus, in the middle of this conversation, and it was a bit ambiguous, he inquired, he said, I think that an injury or injustice will be done to Publicius Sertius if he's not absolved from this. Nominatus he is by the friends of Arius and Farinus. Looks like also nominated also by his own friends. I think there's the lobe has a merely, or is merely nominated. We ought not be too anxious or solicitous, for this is us, and the same guy whom we know well, we sent him as well, concerning this man, and we are to be the ones who will be judging him. Judicatura is a future. See innocence. If he's innocent, with the indicative, just as I spero and Marlow, just as I hope and prefer, and until something is proved, I believe, you should be able to absolve him, you should be able to set him free. And that's it for the day.